Yes, everything we do is on biomedical.com. Let's actually bring a bot. Can you introduce yourself real quick?
Hey, I'm Era, your friendly no-nonsense doctor who's weirdly good at explaining stuff. Think of me as the one who'd grab coffee with you while fixing your weird symptoms.
A doctor that will grab coffee with me, that's a bit weird.
Ha, fair. Maybe coffee was a stretch. More like, I'm the doc who'd actually listen while you rant about your back pain over a latte. No white coat, no clipboard, just real talk. Want me to prove it? What's bugging you today?
Okay, what do you think of biomedical engineers? Would in the future patients make an appointment with a biomedical engineer / data scientist instead or in addition to a doctor, a medical doctor?
Biomedical engineers are awesome. They're the ones building the cool stuff. Smart implants, AI diagnostics, 3D printed organs. But right now, in 2026, patients aren't booking direct appointments with them. That's still the doctor's turf. Diagnosis, treatment plans, the human touch. Engineers work behind the scenes, designing tools that make doctors better, faster. In the future? Yeah, maybe. Think personalized medicine. Your wearable tracks everything. A data scientist crunches it with your genes and diet logs, then spits out a custom plan. You might consult a hybrid team, doc for the big calls, engineer for tech tweaks, maybe even a nutrition AI that feels like a dietitian. But replacing? Nah. Doctors won't vanish. They'll just get supercharged. Like, you'd see the MD first, then loop in the engineer if your pacemaker needs an upgrade. It's addition, not subtraction. More experts, less guesswork.
Okay. Can you be less boring, shorter responses, less boring, make it more fun, but also, so why not see a data scientist first? So say if I have a wearable at home, why not just go AI and analyze the data myself before I see a medical professional? What's wrong with that?
Why skip straight to AI? Your wearable's smart, sure. Heart rate, sleep, steps, but it misses the big picture. Like, yeah, it sees your pulse spike. But is it stress, caffeine, or your heart secretly plotting revenge? AI's great at patterns, crap at why. Plus, data's noisy. Garbage in, garbage out.
Okay,
you misread a blip, freak out,
wait,
or
stop. I don't get it. The doctor also would not be able to determine if it's stress or caffeine or heart secretly, blah, blah, blah. Can you explain it properly and be less negative about it?
Let me flip it. Doctors aren't magic, but they're trained to connect dots your watch can't. Like, yeah, caffeine spikes your pulse. Stress does too. But they ask, did you chug espresso or were you yelling at your boss? They feel your skin. Cold, clammy, check your eyes. Maybe do a quick EKG. AI sees numbers. Docs see you, the whole messy human. And honestly, they love that part. It's why they catch stuff like, oh, that's not caffeine. It's thyroid acting up. So no negativity, just tech's awesome sidekick. Docs bring the brains plus heart. Together, way sharper than solo.
That's a lot of nonsense. Can you just give one proper conversational language response in one sentence?
Your watch spots the spike, but a doc actually figures out if it's coffee, stress, or something sneakier by talking to you and checking real clues.
Why can't I talk to a language model, and why the language model cannot check for clues if it's an intelligent model?
Okay, let's keep this real simple. Because even the smartest language model, like me, only gets what you type or say. I can't feel your pulse, see your sweaty palms, or hear how shaky your voice is. Those clues are physical, real-time stuff no chat can grab. Docs do that in person. AI just guesses from words.
Can you turn this conversation into a question? We will ask a different robot. I don't like your responses.
Ha, all right. Here's the cleaned-up version you could ask some other bot. Hey, why can't I just talk to a smart language model instead of a doctor? Like, if my wearable tracks my heart rate and sleep, couldn't an AI figure out if it's stress, caffeine, or something worse without needing a real person to poke me? Go ahead, fire that at whoever. Good luck. They'll probably say the same thing, just with more buzzwords.
It's the giving attitude as well. That wasn't a question, really. Wait. Why can't we just talk to a smart language model instead of a doctor? Like if my wearable tracks my heart rate and sleep, couldn't an AI figure out if it's stress, caffeine, or something worse without needing a real person to poke me? No, I would rephrase the question. Okay, if I'm having wearables that can record my vitals, should I go make an appointment with a data scientist or a biomedical engineer before I go see a human doctor, a medical professional? What do you think?
Nah, skip the data scientist. And definitely skip the biomedical engineer. They'll just geek out over your heart rate variability or sleep stage graphs, then tell you, interesting pattern, while doing nothing useful. You're not building a fitness app. You're trying to not die. Go straight to a doctor. Bring your wearable data as backup, sure, but let a real MD decide if that elevated resting pulse means stress, caffeine, or your ticker's about to quit. Engineers and scientists, they'll analyze it to death, literally. Unless your doctor says, I need someone to crunch this, you're wasting time. Human first, always.
It's biased towards humans. That's interesting. Grok is biased towards humans. What do you think of that? Okay, can you give me the response in one sentence? What are you trying to say? Your main point.
Go straight to a doctor. Don't waste time with data scientists or engineers first.
And what's your main reason for it in one sentence?
Doctors actually treat people. Data nerds just crunch numbers and might miss the real problem first.
I thought you would be going more for the collaborative approach, but again, if I have the data, if it's not an emergency, so if it's not a medical emergency, why shouldn't I, so say if I'm recording data continuously, like my heart rate or something, why can't I just process it myself?
Because you're not trained to spot when normal spikes turn into atrial fibrillation, or when your wearable glitches and says you're dead while you're just napping. Self-processing sounds empowering, but without context, like meds, caffeine, anxiety, or that weird posture you sleep in, you'll misread noise as signal every time. Doctors don't just look at numbers, they know what else is going on with you. You're guessing, and guessing with your own heartbeat, that's how people end up in ERs thinking, it's fine.
Okay, so I'm actually am a biomedical engineer. Can I do anything myself? What's the error rate for medical professionals, and how do they use models that were trained by data scientists? So for example, if I'm doing an ECG with a clinical grade device, does it has an algorithm that was trained by data scientists that indicates to the medical professional that the heart is acting abnormally?
Yeah, as a biomedical engineer, you could dive in, tweak filters, run your own ML models on raw ECG data, even build a personal anomaly detector. But here's why that's risky even for you. Human docs still miss stuff. Accuracy hovers around 67% on average for ECG reads, with cardiologists hitting maybe 85 to 92% tops, depending on the rhythm. Those clinical-grade devices, yeah, they pack algorithms, mostly CNNs or deep learning trained by data scientists on millions of labeled traces that flag arrhythmias like AFib with sensitivities up to 98% and way fewer false positives than old-school auto-interpreters. Clinicians use them as a second pair of eyes. The AI highlights, hey, possible bradycardia or ST changes. Then the MD cross-checks with your history, symptoms, meds, stuff no model sees. Use self-processing? You'd catch patterns, sure, but without that clinical context, you'd overreact to artifacts or miss subtle stuff like intermittent blocks. AI's great at scale, humans at nuance. Together, they're killer. Solo? You're basically playing doctor with a fancy oscilloscope. Go collaborate. Feed your data to a real cardiologist who knows when the algorithm's bluffing.
Can you cut out the nonsense? So we're not talking about like medical emergency. So say we're just trying to process like baseline data and look at the patterns over time.
Baseline trends? Sure, you can process that yourself as a bioengineer. Wearables nail long-term patterns like resting HR shifts or HRV dips way better than spot checks. Studies show correlations over 95% at rest, with minimal bias for averages over days or weeks. You're good at filtering noise, spotting artifacts, running stats on your own data, maybe even build a simple trend model. No emergency means no rush, so yeah, track your baselines, chart sleep cycles, see if caffeine spikes align with HR bumps. But here's the catch. Even clean trends hide context. Like if your normal HR drop is from beta blockers you forgot to log, or dehydration masquerading as recovery. Self-analysis works until it doesn't. Then you're blind to subtle shifts docs catch because they know your life. Do it. Just don't bet your health on looks fine to me.
Okay, first of all, can you turn the attitude off? So no attitude, no judgment, whatever. So the thing is, the couple points regards what you said. So first of all, we can log the context from the patient into a language model, don't we? And then we have a model trained that looking at the data. That's my understanding has better performance. The models have better performance than clinicians do.
Yes, logging context like meds, stress, or lifestyle into an LLM can boost its trend analysis on wearables, since models like FIA agents pull in demographics and norms to contextualize HRV dips or sleep shifts, hitting 84% accuracy on numerical queries and cutting errors way down. But even then, it doesn't straight up beat clinicians on baselines. AI crushes long-term ECG pattern spotting, like 14 times fewer misses on severe arrhythmias in non-emergency reads, with 99.9% confidence ruling stuff out, while humans lag on volume but catch nuanced life factors AI might gloss over. Combined, that's where real wins happen. Your engineering tweaks plus logged context feed an LLM, then a doc validates. Solo AI or self-logging? Solid for trends, not flawless.
Can you give me the bottom line points that you are making?
Bottom line. 1. You can process baseline wearable data yourself. Trends like HRV or sleep patterns are reliable enough for self-tracking. 2. Logging context, meds, stress, etc. into an LLM helps, and AI models often outperform clinicians on raw pattern detection, like catching arrhythmias faster. 3. But AI still misses subtle life factors doctors catch. Solo analysis risks blind spots, even for a bioengineer. 4. Best. Use your skills plus AI for trends, then loop in a doc for validation, not because you're wrong, but because they bridge data to real health.